Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2020 Tennessee Volunteers recap week 14 show. Tennessee went on the road in their regular season finale, and they took on the Vanderbilt Commodores. I'll let you know who won. I'll let you know who lost. What was your favorite play of the game? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. With that being said, I hope all y'all beautiful people are having a wonderful day, and without further ado, let's get to... In this week, the Nico Iamaleava and the Tennessee Volunteers went on the road into Nashville to take on Diego Pavia and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Noontime kickoff. Everything got underway on time, and it was a nightmare start. If you're a Tennessee fan, it had me throwing my notepad across the room as Junior Sherrill taking a 100-yard kick return back to the house for Vanderbilt to start the game, and just 13 seconds in, Vanderbilt was up 7-0. Then Tennessee got the ball, and on the third play of their drive, it was fumbled away, and Vanderbilt got the ball in excellent field position, got down the field, and Cedric Alexander answered the bell. A 4-yard touchdown run with 10:22 to go in the first quarter, and Vanderbilt was up 14-0 on Tennessee, but Tennessee would hang in there, and a few minutes later, Nico Iamaleava finding Dante Thornton over the middle for a 28-yard touchdown pass with 8:48 to go in the first quarter, and Vanderbilt's lead was shrunk to 14-7. And then Vanderbilt would drive down the field, and Brock Taylor would get a 32-yard field goal attempt, kick it right through the uprights with 4:01 to go in the first quarter. Vanderbilt was up 17-7. Vanderbilt would take a 17-7 lead into the first quarter, but in the second quarter, Tennessee would answer as Max Gilbert got called upon from 50 yards away, and the kick went off the bottom crossbar through the uprights, and the lead was shrunk to 7. Vanderbilt still up 17-10. And then a few minutes later, Tennessee deep in their own territory. Nico Iamaleava over the middle finds Dante Thornton Jr., turns it into a foot race, and they didn't want to do that. One of the fastest men in the country, 86-yard touchdown connection with 6:38 to go to halftime. Tennessee took the lead for the first time today, 17-14 over the Doors. Then Tennessee got the ball back, and they drove down the field. Clutch performance. Nico Iamaleava finding Miles Kitselman with 22 seconds to halftime, and that's when Tennessee would take the lead over the Doors. They tied it on the previous touchdown connection, take the lead on this one as the Volunteers go to the half up 24-17 on Vanderbilt. And in the second half, Tennessee would start out strong with a nice 6-minute drive that ended with Nico Iamaleava finding Mike Matthews in the end zone for a 14-yard touchdown pass with 8:43 to go in the third quarter, and Tennessee was up 14 themselves now, 31-17. And then late in the third quarter, Tennessee's defense would get home, stopping a huge run in the end zone. Got reviewed. The call on the field stood. Tennessee got a safety in this situation and was up 33-17. And that 33-17 lead would carry over into the fourth quarter. where Tennessee would get the ball, milk the clock, line up for a 22-yard field goal from Max Gilbert with 8:20 to go. Kick up and good, 36-17. Now it was a three-possession game, and Vanderbilt would come down the field, not to be outshined. Diego Pavia finally getting some work in today, finding Richie Haskins the fifth for a 31-yard touchdown strike with 5:56 to go. They would attempt the two-point conversion, not get it. The lead was 13, 36-23. And that's how this game would end. Number 8 Tennessee coming into Nashville, getting the job done, getting to 10-2 on the year. They beat Vanderbilt 36-23. And now we get to the part of the 2024 Tennessee Volunteers recap Week 14 show, where I, Nicky D, break down the statistics and I give you my opinions of how Tennessee played this week. And we're gonna kick things off as we always do in the passing game, and Nico Iamaleava had 18-26 with 257 yards passing, 4 passing touchdowns and the interception. On the Vanderbilt side of things, Diego Pavia was 8 for 17 for 104 yards, a touchdown pass and an interception. In the rushing department, Dylan Sampson, 25 carries, 178 yards rushing, whereas Cedric Alexander, 17 carries for 60 yards in the rushing touchdown for the Commodores. In the receiving department, Dante Thornton was the superstar today. 3 catches, 118 yards, and the 2 receiving touchdowns. And on the Vanderbilt side of things, Richie Hoskins, the 5th, had the 1 touchdown catch from 31 yards to lead receiving for Vanderbilt. And honestly, first and foremost, shout out to Nico Iamaleava for being the first freshman in Tennessee school history to get to 10 wins. Second off, shout out to Dylan Sampson for breaking the school record for most rushing yards in a season. It is definitely well earned. This offense has played excellent. I really feel like them being down 14-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game was a blessing to them, because they had to sit there and be like, okay, we've got confidence in what we can do, and we're not going to be phased by being down 14-0 early. And them being able to rally back and have a 7-point lead before the half, get the ball to start the second half, and then take a 14-point lead. That really showed a lot of what Tennessee can do to me. And honestly, I think that's going to benefit them going into the college football playoff, because if they find themselves down 14-0 at the in the first quarter, they could sit there with that same exact attitude. They're going to have the confidence that they can get right back in the game, and that's what you kind of want in Tennessee, because there's a lot of times where they fall behind early, and it's all about how they have the confidence to believe in the system that's working for them. And Tennessee has really strived in those situations. They've been down a number of times, even to half, and they've been able to bounce back in the second half. I think that's who Tennessee is, and honestly, they played excellent from bell to bell this weekend, in my opinion, regardless of being down 14-0 early. And now we get to the part of the 2024 Tennessee Volunteers Week 14 recap, where I, Nicky D, grade the offense, defense, and special teams on how I think they played this week. And as always, we're going to start out with the offense, and I am going to give the offense an A-. A little bit of a slow start there, and being down 14-0 before rallying back. It's great to see them get some points up in the first quarter, but there was opportunities where they could have really turned it up offensively. Like I said, slow start. Nico Iamaleava, the interception thrown. Tennessee did turn the ball over. That's another reason why. And Dylan Sampson really not being able to get that rushing touchdown. But other than that, they played excellent on offense this week. And next up, we're going to cover the defense. defensive side of things, and I'm going to give the defense a B here. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on the kick return because that more a lot falls under special teams. But the allowing Vanderbilt to go up 14-0 with a short field and not standing tall and holding them to a field goal really went a long way for me in this game. And allowing Vanderbilt to drive down the field when you're up by 3 possessions in the fourth quarter also went a long way with me. This should have been a 19-point victory, not a 13-point victory. But yeah, that falls under Tennessee not being able to continue to hold Vanderbilt down, and that's why it's going to get a beat for me this week. And on the special teams, honestly, the special teams for me is going to get a B this week. The reason why they're not up into an A category is, like I said a minute ago, the kick return, the fact that Vanderbilt got on the board in 13 seconds with the opening kickoff of the game. That's a big reason. Why they're not lower is because of Max Gilbert. Max Gilbert made both of his field goals this week. He made that clutch 50-yard field goal in the second quarter, and he made the 22-yard field goal to put it to a 3-possession game to really put the nail in the coffin in this one. So the Max Gilbert really coming through. Jackson Ross being able to punt well for Tennessee, and they didn't really have too many bad muffs. And honestly, they probably would have had an A if it wasn't for the opening kickoff. But the opening kickoff, like, come on, you've got to be able to tackle. Heupel said it was one guy that didn't follow his assignments, but we're going to correct that, and we did, and he did. I'll give him credit where it's due, but at the end of the day, you can't let the other team just come out like that. So the special teams to me is going to get a B. And the next time the Tennessee Volunteers will hit the gridiron is currently undetermined, but they did finish the year 10-2. They will not be going to the SEC championship. That'll be Georgia versus Texas. But we'll find out when the initial brackets for the college football playoffs are announced. If Tennessee can finish in the top 8, then they will be hosting the first round of game. If they are seeded between 9 and 12, they will be on the road for the first round matchup. Either way, Tennessee finishing 10-2 most likely has clinched them a college football playoff spot. So that'll be the next time Tennessee football comes to town. But I really think they're going to be good in that matchup. I think they got one of the best defenses in the country. They've got a much improved secondary with Gerard McCoy out here intercepting almost anything he can get his hands on. And honestly, I think the linebacking crew is going to do great in this matchup. Will Brooks, I think, is going to be a big name that's going to stand out in that game, and I think that James Pierce Jr. getting the edge on the quarterback, I wouldn't be surprised if he tallies up 2 or 3 sacks for this defense. In the offense, I think is just going to do offensive things. I think that Dylan Sampson's going to get a lot of carries in this game, and I think it's going to open up the opportunity for Nico Iamaleava to slice it down the field for Tennessee's offense. I think that whoever plays the Tennessee Volunteers in the college football playoff definitely will have a tall order in the first round. I think Tennessee could cause some trouble here, and I can't wait to see it. But the next time the Tennessee Volunteers hit the gridiron will most likely be in the first round of the college football playoff. And that was the 2024 Tennessee Volunteers recap week 14 show, where the Tennessee Volunteers went on the road to Vanderbilt and took on Diego Pavia and the Vanderbilt Commodores. What was your favorite play of the game? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky Nikki D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.